Welcome, everyone, to this April 13th meeting of the Finance Committee. And we have with us myself and Commissioner Sacco. Commissioner Hayes Santos is out of town on city business. Madam Clerk.
First item is adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Got to go back.
Yeah, no. No discussion here. Any public comment? All right. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Obviously not. All right. That passes unanimously. And motion to adopt the minutes.
So moved.
Second. All right. No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We have minutes. Madam Clerk.
The next item is item 210965, the fifth budget amendment to the FY 2022 General Government Financial and Operating.
Ms. Fiore, welcome.
Karen Fiore, Budget Manager. The fifth budget amendment for the general fund revenues include a reduction in charges for services. And this is around $1 million. And this is due to our true up of our costing allocation. So this is the transfer from other funds into the general fund for indirect costs. It also includes recognizing and transferring $218,000 from our technology administration capital fund. So this transfer is to fund the ERP Workday maintenance program. Also includes a $100,000 carry forward request for the clerk's office, and this is for the approved increment from fiscal year 21 for the digital conversion of records that did not yet take place. These amendments will bring the general fund revenue total budget to $150.4 million. On your expenditure side, you have the $100,000 to appropriate the funding for the digital conversion of the records, and the $218,000 for the ERP maintenance. And then all the remaining movements you see there between the departments and cost centers are related to the reorg on the general government side. But this did not increase the budget for any of those departments. On the special revenue funds, here you'll see a correction of carry forwards in the amount of $32,000 that are in the Transportation Concurrency Exception Area Fund, as well as recognizing and allocating $420,000 of new revenue for fire, recreation, police, and housing programs. You will also see that we are returning $40,000 back to fund balance for closed projects within the tree mitigation and the Gainesville Community Reinvestment Area Fund. On the expenditure side, in the Community Reinvestment Area Fund, we're reallocating funding to support community partnership grants, neighborhood paint programs, and model block programs as a few examples in the amount of $1.5 million. So they're transferring from other programs to these other programs. We're closing out the $25,000 in the tree mitigation fund for a project that was completed, which was called the Chen Moore and Associates project. In the Transportation Concurrency Fund, as mentioned, we are correcting carry forwards as well as appropriating new revenues for Southwest 42nd Street Sidewalk Project and the Southwest 62nd Boulevard Extension. The $420,000 that we're recognizing in new revenue are for programs such as the car seat checks within the fire department, as well as a donation for $3,100 for the Reichert House program, and $230,000 from the Florida Department of Corrections for the Inspire Interrupters program. Special revenues also include our grants, and we're requesting to allocate and appropriate $21 million in new grants. All of your grants are listed in your appendix or attachment A. Some of the new grants that we're requesting, $1.9 million for the home ARP grant, $2.3 million for public transit block grant, and $15.1 million for the Southwest 62nd Arterial Connector grant. On the capital project side, These funds include returning $21,000 back to fund balance for closed projects and recognizing carry forward budget in the amount of $243,000. The $243,000 includes the $218,000 that I mentioned earlier with the general fund. So this is the other side, the transfer, as well as closing out a new fire ladder truck that was in the fiscal year 2019 bond fund for $25,000. So that project has been completed. Capital projects also includes $259,000 of wild spaces, public places appropriations. This is $50,000 that's coming from contingency for the Tom Petty Park Improvement Project, and $209,000 for the Northeast 31st Ave Unity Park Project. We're also closing out some additional capital projects such as the City Hall roof replacement and the one-stop Homeless Assistance Center project that is in one of our capital funds, and we're going to use this funding for the Grace Marketplace Laundry Building renovation project, and that's a total of $416,000. For your proprietary funds, here you'll see the other side of the true up for the indirect. So your proprietary funds transfer to the general fund, so we're reducing that transfer in the amount of $851,000. And then the last entry, we're releasing $7,000 back to the fleet management fund for a project that was with the generator there that has been completed. And that's all I have.
Good. Any questions? You have a motion?
I
Karen.
move, oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Madam
Go,
Manager.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, it's all right.
No, excuse me. Prior to the motion, if you could just speak to our future work around
Sure.
budget amendments.
Great. So in around August, when we have our next finance committee meeting, because we're going to start going back to quarterly, we will be presenting a policy change for the budget amendment. And what that change will provide us with the ability to allow the city manager to move between departments without having to come to the commission every time she needs to make one of those changes. So we're just verifying that with legal that will be accurate, and we'll bring that to you by resolution. If for some reason that we can't wait for August for our next amendment, so if I increase my fund at the fund level, I still need to come to you for approval. So an example might be if there was a grant that they could not wait absolutely for to August, then I may have to come to full commission and request that through an amendment instead of through the finance committee.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Have a motion?
I move that we accept the report and recommend it to the full commission.
Second. Yep. Any public comment on the motion or the action? All right, any other comment? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No, that passes unanimously.
Mr. Chair, we require we need a text change in order to move this to the agenda. And so if that can be approved.
Yes, I move that we approve the text change
Okay,
as needed.
second. Public comment? All right, anyone else on the dais? Okay, all right, all in favor? Aye. Very good. So that will appear then at some point.
Is it 421 or 428?
They have a gender review later.
Okay,
Okay,
I think it is 421.
very good. All right, any public comment? Nope. Any member comment?
Nope.
All right, we are adjourned.
I wanted to do it.